Look, here's the truth. They'll say that cold outreach for SMMA is dead, but I'll say they're lying. You've seen it and I've seen it. Dozens of videos on YouTube of people saying that cold outreach doesn't work, it's ineffective, it's dead, and that there's a new way to get clients. Look, not knowing how to get clients is the #1 reason why people don't see success with SMMA or with coaching consulting, right? It's pretty damn simple. If you can't get clients, you can't make money. But the problem is that you're being lied to. People are blatantly saying that the strategy I've used to get over 300 clients myself doesn't work, and the exact strategy that dozens of my students are getting wins with every single week somehow doesn't work. This is BS for 2 reasons. I'm going to explain to you those 2 reasons, but I'll also explain to you the 3 reasons why most people don't get results with cold outreach, and then they blame it saying it doesn't work. Because it does work, you just have to know how to make it work. Reason #1 why that is absolute garbage is that they're trying to sell you something. Any video I've seen so far where somebody has clearly and blatantly said SMMA cold outreach doesn't work is saying that because they have something else to sell you. They're selling you how to get a personal brand to get clients, or how to just use a different cold outreach method, or just how to do a different type of outreach which is different than cold outreach and somehow that works better. You've got to realize if somebody is telling you that X is dead and Y is the new way to do it, it's because they're probably selling you on the implementation of Y. That's why there's so many guys right now saying cold outreach doesn't work, the only way to get clients sustainably and consistently is to build a personal brand, because they're going to sell you on a personal brand course or a program or mentorship, and there is nothing wrong with that. But I want you to be aware of what's happening, because building a personal brand for your SMMA is a great idea, but it's a long-term strategy. Typically, you're not going to get clients within a couple of weeks with a personal brand. It normally takes a lot longer. I posted 3 videos a day every day for 90 days when I started my personal brand, and I had a couple hundred followers. Things only started to pick up in month 4 and 5. Now look, some of these guys are saying that you should start a personal brand, spend money on Facebook ads, or boosting your posts on Instagram, which is not a bad idea, but it costs money. Chances are, if you're just starting this, you don't have tons of money to be throwing around. You can't test 10 different Facebook ads every week with $10, $20, $30 budgets to finally figure out which one's going to work, because you don't have much money. And even if you do spend all that money and you find a video that gets views and easily gets followers to your page, you now need to learn how to convert them. You still need to learn the art of appointment setting and outreach. That part is still going to be there. The second reason why that is complete BS, which I'm going to show you right now on my computer, is that I get messages every day, sometimes every 2 days, of students, new students working with me that, guess what, are not building a personal brand, not spending money on ads, and they're somehow miraculously signing clients. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? So I'm going to show you some of those, because the volume of wins we're seeing right now is way greater than what we saw last year. And we have a small community. Like, we're not selling a course to thousands and thousands of people. We only give one-to-one mentorship to people. Yet still, we're seeing a massive amount of wins every week. So it's a Sunday, 29th of October. I'm going to show you some of the wins over the last week. Now, keep in mind, my student success manager doesn't work weekends, so he hasn't sent me any of the new wins over the last 1 to 2 days. So down here, we have Charlie W signed his first client for £300 a month. Guess how Charlie signed his client? Cold outreach. Olin M, hey guys, just wanted to check in and say I signed my first client today. Fully completed and paid. Thanks, Adam and Ty. Guess how Olin signed his client? George. Having some fluctuations with my agency at the moment, but I did have my biggest month of almost £4,000. Guess how George has signed most of his clients? Megan, another from my appointment setter, just paid £1,223 for all the setups and then £423 per month. Keynote, appointment setter. We placed an appointment setter in Megan's business to do, guess what? Cold outreach for her. Sam G, sorry for pestering you guys, I just closed another grand. Takes me to 8 for the month. Guess where he gets most of his clients. And if I scroll up a couple of days, right, we see this really interesting win from Christopher that I want to highlight. So Christopher signs a client for €700, right? You can see the Stripe screenshot here. But what's even better is his message. He says, I have 7 calls tomorrow. What an absolute booster. Now I want you to take 2 moments. Guess how he booked 7 calls? That's right. Cold outreach. We placed an appointment setter in his business and they're booking 7 calls in a single day. So now you know why the claim of cold outreach is dead is complete BS. Now let's look at the 3 mistakes most people make that then lead them to believe that it doesn't work. Because trust me when I say it works, you have to make it work. Reason #1 your cold outreach isn't going to work is volume. You're not doing enough volume. You're not sending enough messages every day to actually see results with this. Look, if you're sending 10 messages a day, 20, 30, 40, it's not enough. If you want to take things slow and you want to get your first client in 1 or 2 months, that strategy will probably get you there. But if you want to scale fast, you want to get more clients, and you want to do it more consistently, and you want to be like some of the students I just showed you where they've got, like Christopher, 7 calls in a single day, then you need volume. Here's how you get volume with cold outreach. We're going to use Instagram as our example. Well, you're not just going to use one Instagram page. No, you're going to have multiple. You're going to use your personal page. You're going to create 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 backups of your personal page. Like I literally mean, just create a new account, change the username slightly, post a couple of photos on there, follow a few hundred people, let them follow you back, and after a few days, you can start outreach. You see, imagine if you were sending 50 DMs a day, but I'm here sending 500 DMs a day. Who do you think is going to make more money? Who do you think is going to sign more clients? Who do you think is going to book more calls? Who do you think is going to get more conversations started? Aha, me. Why? Volume. So even if I have a worse script than you, right? I get less responses. For every 50 messages I send, I get less responses. My message is worse, less convincing. I don't have a crazy good offer. I am still going to win because of volume. That is number 1. Now, you're a human. You probably don't have 5 hours a day to do outreach. If you're sending 50 DMs a day on Instagram, that will likely take you 1 hour. In my agency, we used to send 500 a day. If you do the maths, that's 10 hours a day of outreach. How was that possible? Through appointment setters. And you would have seen Christopher, Megan that I showed you in this video earlier on, they had appointment setters that we placed into their business to do this for them. And that's how they can book calls on autopilot. They literally don't have to do anything. Someone else does it for them. They just take the calls, close the deals. Number 2, your script is way too boring. It's boring, too salesy, and it's just not engaging. I'm assuming you've been on dates before, and I'm assuming you've potentially reached out to people on Instagram before. Well, when you slid into DMs, you probably did it something like this. You probably waited for them to post a story. You probably replied to their story with a witty question or an interesting remark. You didn't just message them cold and say, hey, my name is Adam. I'm 26. I've got this amount of money. You should have a date with me. No. So I want you to think about what you would do in a dating scenario and now apply that to outreach for your business. I'll be honest, most people's outreach is just so boring. It's so bland. It is so vanilla. Now, let me get one thing really clear. I'm not talking about having a crazy offer or a crazy guarantee. You don't need any of that. I want you to think about how you can actually get somebody's attention. Like how you would get the attention of somebody that you are trying to get on a date. Struggling to think of ways that you can actually make this engaging? Let me show you some of the DMs I've received in the last week so that you can see some examples of what other people are doing. There is one of these examples that caught my attention the most. And guess which one it is? It's the one right here where they responded to my story. They slid in my DMs and actually got my attention. And I almost responded to them. I didn't because I'm aware of what they're selling, but nonetheless, they got my attention. Reason number 3 your outreach doesn't work is you don't follow up. You send 50 messages to business owners. If they don't respond to you, you never message them again, which shows you're clearly not persistent and you're not consistent enough. And out of the 50, if 10 people respond to you and the conversation dies, or you pitch them, let's hop on a call, and they don't book a call, you also don't follow up with them. That is just wild. And I want you to understand how crazy that is. You've gone to the effort to find 50 business owners, to find the leads, to then message them, and then to give up when they don't respond. No, here's what you're going to do. You're going to message them. Every 2 days, you go back to the inbox and you follow up with everybody that has not seen your message, not responded to your message. You're going to do that for a total of 2 times. So you're going to send 3 messages where they haven't responded to you. And after that, you're going to move on. So you message them on Monday, message them again on Wednesday, and again on Friday. Now, for all conversations that have started, aka you sent a message and you actually got a reply, guess what? You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to follow up with everybody every 2 days for a maximum of 3 messages back to back with no responses until you get a response. Look, I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking, if I message Adam and Adam doesn't respond, Adam is not interested. Adam doesn't want my service. He doesn't like my offer. Well, what if I saw your message while I was driving? What if I got your message when I just got a call, a very important call about a business deal? What if I got your message right when my mom called me? It's not that I don't like what you have to offer. You just got me at a bad time. Look, in my agency, we signed over 300 clients with cold outreach. I don't know the exact number, but I know at least 50, 60, maybe more signed up because we didn't give up. We followed up. So if you could sign an extra 30% in clients, would you do it? Would you follow up to do that? So look, my friend, you can get started today, right? You can start a business, you can start an SMMA, you can do cold outreach, and you can make it work. But you can also start it and not make it work. This strategy of cold outreach works. If you don't want to make it work, that's fine. If you want to jump to the next shiny object because it sounds somehow better and easier, go for it. But just remember everything we've looked at in this video. Look, and if you want me to personally help you, you've seen I've shown you screenshots of students I've worked with. We get really fucking good results. Drop me a message on Instagram. We'll have a quick chat. We'll see if we can help you out. We've helped hundreds of beginners. We've helped existing agency owners. We've helped pretty much everyone. If you're already doing like 30, 40 grand a month, I probably can't help you. If you're doing less than 5 to 10K a month, I can help. So reach out, let's have a chat. Talk to you soon.